Hello everyone and welcome to Fire Emblem Heroes. It has been a while. As you all know, Choose Your Legends 4 is happening next month, and I have been saving my orbs for that. I have about 500 orbs saved, so I haven't been able to summon on any of the recent banners. But lately I've been thinking about what I have instead of what I want. And because Choose Your Legends 4 is happening next month, I wanted to go through all of the 5 stars that I have in my barracks. So today, we're just going to go through my barracks and talk about all the 5 stars that I have over the last, so years as I've been playing this game. And you guys can tell me some of your favorite characters in the comments. So we're going to start this with Alphonse, everyone's favorite brother. And basically, he was the first one who I got his 5-star. Yeah, I spent the feathers to get him, so up to 5-star. And he has like the basic build, spur attack, the death blow. I always run the seal and his res refine because it always has good synergy because it always gives him good bulk, and it always gives him good attack to take things out with 2 hits. So, he could probably run a better, like, Brazen is a very popular build with Alphonse. I just haven't built it. I would really love the day when we can get Alphonse merges, but for now, this is my Alphonse. He's, I use him in Arena, and that's pretty much it. Here's my base Marth, who, I thought Marth was a good merge project because of drive speed and his refine. This was back when, like, refines just started, or when Marth got his, or sometime later. And, I wanted to build Marth because he was a great support unit. So, and he also has renewal in his weapon, so, like, double renewal, or triple renewal if you put it here. So, yeah, Marth is simple, he's a sword unit, good stats. Maybe, I don't know if I ever was going to plus 10 him, but yeah, he was a good investment, and that's my Marth. He's simple, Fury, Renewal, Falchion, good Dragon Killer. And then Fina, back when Fina was released, she had Rapier, and only she had Rapier. So I summoned for her, got her, and then young Marth came along and was like, I'll take Rapier, and then, okay. I free summoned Alm. I haven't built him because I don't think he's good. But he's probably good because his refine, right, I think is just the same as Double Lion. So, yeah, let's, Alm is whatever. Like, you ever get, like, those off-focus heroes? Sometimes I'm just not prepared to get a 5-star, and then I do, and that was all. So, Fallen Celica recently just got a refine. I think got her from one of the weekly revival banners. That's what they're called. And she was...
I am Duma's faithful servant!
Back then she was kind of just meh. But, she just got a refine, so I might, reinvest some stuff into her. But, yeah, I never gave her an A slot, which is weird. But, I didn't really use her. I used her just a little bit to give her chill speed and stuff, but, yeah, that's Fallen Celica. Obviously, I could invest into her a little bit with her refine, which is pretty good, so... Fallen Celica has always been, like, a pretty mediocre unit, but, like, she's kind of, she's gotten a new breath of fresh air because of her refine. So, Brave Celica came out, and I was lucky enough to get her because she had Deathblow 4, and she was so famous for running, like, Gale Force or Slaying Edge, because she would, use Double Lion and just kill things with Gale Force, or use an Armor Smasher, because everyone was running an Armored Emblem back in the day. So Armor Smasher was like the... Armor Smasher or Fire Sweep was the go-to weapon for her. So, yeah, Flashing Blade 2, because she's fast. She used to be really fast. 42 is good. And then, yeah. I thought about maybe foddering her for Deathblow 4. I never did that, so... Okay, yeah, so it's Brave Celica. I don't use her much anymore, to be honest. She kind of just vibes. She's just kind of here in my barracks now, because I don't really use her as much as I used to. But, she's still good, so... Brave Celica, yeah. Ira used to be one of the best units in this game.
There's no way I'm dying before the kingdom of Isaac is restored.
Yep, everyone gave her a slaying edge back in the day. You'd always try to give her as much speed as possible because Regnal Astra was broken. Aria was like the best sword unit, and I remember the day when I summoned her, I was just so happy that I got her, and then I got her at plus attack, which was like that was a big deal because that made her really good. So yeah, I was really happy to get one of the best sword units in the game. I haven't gotten her daughter yet, but oh well.
You need something?
So
No?
yeah.
All right then.
I really like her. I don't use her much anymore because she's outdated, I guess. She's still good. It's just I use her less now. So that's just Ira. Sylvia is a dancer. I use her in Tempest Trials like the most because this I think actually is before Sylvia got demoted. I actually got her at 5-star from summoning for her. Yeah, I got her at 5-star, not at 4-star, which is crazy. I know. But, yeah, so, like, I use her sometimes in TT, but that's pretty much it. I like her, I like Lauren Post. She's cool. Or Laura Post. Lynn, plus attack, minus res. Same thing as Alm. I summoned her randomly one day. I wasn't expecting to get a 5-star, and then the game was like, hey, here's a 5-star that you didn't even want. I was like, okay, cool. Legendary Ike, he's free to play. Everyone has him, I think. You gotta do the Xenologue. He's got Warding Breath. Very famous. I use him for Phoenix Master's Guides. You'll notice I do that a lot. I use Phoenix Master's Guides, so yeah, the Legendary Ike has never let me down in doing so. Tempest Trials Marth, I don't really care. I don't use her much, so whatever. Owain was cool. I summoned for him because Wrath and Blue Flame was so hyped up. Everyone really wanted an Owain or like Mistletoe, and then Owain just kind of didn't matter anymore. It's crazy. But yeah, I don't use him much anymore, so I kind of think about foddering him off sometime because Blue Flame would be good on so many other units, but I think it's good on him too. So for now, Owain just kind of exists in my barracks. Now here is the very first plus 10 unit. This is my plus 10 Corrin, who is my summoner support, who has Distant Counter, Close Call, and Null Follow-Up, which I might switch. I switch from that so often. I have run this Yato Refine, plus 10 Dragon Flowers, and he's pretty good. Never that bad. He's like one of the best support units in the game. If you don't have one, I would say make one, but there's so many good sword units. But if you want one for support and offense, speed is he's pretty good at like soaking chills. If you give him Fury 4, he'll like take a bunch of chills. And debuffs are so common nowadays, so yep, you can support him with someone like Brave Lucina, Bike, or famous tanks, so many characters like that, or really offensive characters, and then yeah, you're really good to go with Corrin. And yeah, he's fun. So I use him a lot because Distant Counter is just really good. He's always got like Aether, allows him to heal any damage he takes, so it's, my Corrin is one that I'm proud of and I always use when I have a hard time beating a map. Byleth was free with the purchase of 3 houses. Sure enough, you got the Sword of the Creator, the Ruptured Sky, Distant Counter. I used him for like Tempest Trials whenever the 3 houses characters come out. And yeah, I'm really excited about him. Zach Aguilar voices him. Pretty good sword unit. I don't have female Byleth, so I have to depend on male Byleth, obviously. So male Byleth is the one I have to default to. I use him, every now and then when Corrin just isn't good enough because of Ruptured Sky. We've got Black Knight. Everyone likes Black Knight because of his Black Luna. Black Luna makes him a really powerful threat. And yeah, it's, I used to, like, make, the armor emblem I used to run would have had Black Knight, but armor units aren't as good as they used to be, and his low res kind of sucks, so, like, I like Black Knight, but for now, he just kind of sits in on my barracks. Same thing with Harid. Harid has Distant Counter, his weapon's pretty good, but that's pretty much it. You can run Gale Force and Heavy Blade, but, Harid just is, maybe outdated, but Yeah, I don't use Harit as much as I would use like Sigurd or Xander. Xander I use for GHB maps because Phoenix Master will use him sometimes. When I very first, I think Sigurd is like one of the first 5 stars I ever got in the game because he was on a legendary banner, and I got Sigurd and Young Tiki. So yeah, his weapon's pretty good. His B slot is pretty good as well. Really hoping to get like, you know, some Sigurd alt one day, and yeah, I think I could always try to get like another merge and then get rid of that minus attack, because that minus attack has been pretty bad for Sigurd, and I don't really use him much anymore. But sometimes, you know, Miracle's useful, and that's pretty much it. Like the magic reduction is cool, but a lot of characters have damage reduction now. Here is Summer Fiora, and she runs Fury, Speed, Res, and Attack Smoke, and basically she's just a ball of stats. Her weapon's decent. I like Summer Fiora for her art, and yeah. I could potentially plus 10 her. I don't really have many flying swords, but you know, time gets away from me and I just haven't really done that much, but I do like her. She's one of my favorite flying units. Alencia has her Refine, but I do not have it. I don't have enough Divine Dew. You'd be like, why don't you run it? It's like, I don't use Alencia enough to, you know, actually refine her weapon.
I will be forever grateful to my Lord Ike and the other mercenaries.
I use defense blow, death blow, flyer formation, and goat flyers. She yeah, it's a big deal to have like a brave weapon that inflicts speed -2, but you know, it's Alencia, so.
My full name is Alencia Rydell Crimea, and
It used to be a big deal to have -2 brave weapons, but then Klein got one, and then it all got kind of weird. So yeah, I like to use Alencia sometimes, but sword flyers that are really good is the free-to-play one that everyone got. Mostly everyone is Altina. She has the unbelievably strong brave weapon and distant counter, so that makes her pretty dang good at, you know, just killing things, because she has Vantage and she'll just kill you with twin blades. So very good unit. I use her in you know, legendary battles or mythic battles because she's good at tanking and just destroying anyone in her path. Olivia, dancer. Pretty much I use her because she dances, and then you know, she's a good support unit, and she's pretty. So yeah, I got lucky, to be honest. It took me so long to get her the first time, to get her at all. And then when I got the second merge, or the one merge, I just got lucky, you know? Because I almost didn't get her at all. And then she kind of just came one day. So yeah, I just kind of gave her like some basic skills, and then that was kind of it. Dancer. Pretty good. Keaton is awesome. Keaton and Caden came out at the same time, and I did not summon Caden, but I did get Keaton. So he has the Wolfskin Fang. It's awesome. You can run Bonfire and Special Spiral. I use Distant Counter Vantage, which is pretty good because he has such a high attack stat that, you know, if he attacks first, he'll you know, kill you. And he's got Miracle so that he doesn't die. So it's actually pretty good. It's a pretty viable set to run Distant Counter Vantage. I really like using Keaton because I'm a big Fates guy. So obviously I have a +10 Corn, so obviously I'm a Fates guy. And yeah, Keaton's such a good beast unit. And then we got Leith, the cat. She's got solo and her weapon. She's fast, man. She is just super fast, and I do really like her artwork by Kaya 8 and Kirsten Day, who voices Constance in Three Houses.
Beorc eyes are so useless. I'm amazed the species has lived this long.
I really like her. Good beast unit. I got obviously plus attack minus res. Pretty good IVs, so I really like Lee. And then Tibarn has sturdy impact. His weapon, he's broken. Everyone's broken because these beast units, man, plus attack minus res. I got extremely lucky with Tibarn because I couldn't get Tibarn at all. you know, Tibarn would not appear, and I was just never getting sturdy impact fodder, but, you know, if you get lucky or something, Tibarn, he's pretty good. He's a great Gale Force unit, because, I mean, he has such a sky-high attack, so he's cool. Young Tiki, who was one of the very first characters that I summoned, runs Breath of Fog with the Speed Refine, because she's not very fast. Swift Sparrow, Vantage, because she has a high attack stat, and she can kill dragons. Breath of Life is outdated and doesn't matter anymore, and she runs Brazen Attack Res. Basically, Young Tiki could have her actual preferred Refine, but I don't like it as much, because, you know, it forces you with your team composition, but whatever. Sothis, I really like Sothis. Back when her legendary came out, it was so hard for me to actually get her, and then I got her with minus speed. It's the curse. I got minus speed, of course, but oh well, you know, sometimes you just get bad IVs. And because of that, I don't use Sothis that much. Times Pulse is cool, Wrath is good, and her distant counter weapon is awesome. But yeah, you know, she's just like a red dragon, and there's a bunch of dragon and effective weaponry out there, so, you know, it's kind of hard to use, but I like Sothis anyway. I like the character and whatnot, so of course I got a summon for her, right? Halloween Myrrh was such an interesting summon for me, because she was right, when Halloween Myrrh came out, she blew up the 180 BST characters, because, you know, if she was plus speed IV, she'd have 180 BST, the highest anyone could score in Arena. And I really like Halloween Myrrh. I mean, come on, she's cute, look at her. And she's also a beast, because she's got Spirit Breath and Vengeful Fighter. And yeah, she's just a really strong unit, because she has a enemy phase with Vengeful Fighter and a player phase with, you know, Spirit Breath. So it was really hard to deal with her in player phase and enemy phase. So she's a very famous unit, and I freaking love this character. But, I mean, that's why I use her in Aether Raids, but as time goes on, you know, being an armored unit and being a dragon unit isn't as good as it used to be, but I still love this Myrrh anyway. Let's move on to Celica. The rest are fodder. I need to fodder my Midoris, but Celica has plus attack IV. I got really lucky with that too. She runs Ragnarok. I want to get her Refine. I think I'm saving my Divine Dew for it. She runs Fury, Swordbreaker, Attack Smoke. I'll probably change that with Desperation if I do the Brazen and Refine build, because that's a really good build. I got +3 merges.
May the goddess Milla protect us all.
So I'm pretty good. I really like Celica. I like this artwork, and I like the build. You know, running Ragnarok and Desperation is pretty good. You can also run like Dragonfang. So yeah, I really like Celica, and I want to use her more. Hubert is fodder. Saniki got lucky. Tharja was pretty strong. She was a great character, but you know, she's kind of outdated now, because, you know, she used to have, like, she has a, you know, plus attack IV, and she's like one of the strongest mages in the game, but oh well, you know, Vengeful Fighter, that can be cancelled with no follow-up nowadays, and she's outdated, whatever. Erica, I use her for guides and stuff, that's about it. Aversa's great for panic, her weapon's great. I think I could if she is one of my possible +10s, because I do want a +10 Aversa, because she's got a great weapon that makes her great for support. But to actually invest in that +10 is kind of the deal breaker for me. So right now I just have a 5-star Aversa, and that's cool. I mean, I like to use her every now and then, but she's good in Aether Raids. Aether Raids is where Aversa is like the best. Here's Form, +1 merge. Sometimes I'll use her in guides. This is a plus attack Form, who could be offensive and defensive. We got Duo Ephraim, it's pretty cool, plus attack.
Oh, no matter the foe, we'll win.
I'll do my best.
Great Chen, Mark Witten, Heavy Blade 4. He's awesome in Mjolnir's Strike, the new game mode. Yeah, Draconic Aura, Reagan Leaf, those are great weapons, great skills. Nefni is awesome. She's give her a Slaying Lance and Moonbow. She can run Wrath. She can deal so much damage with Wrath and Moonbow that You do not want to mess with Nefb. And I got plus speed, so cool. Summer Robin.
I want to show you this weird creature I found on the beach.
One of my favorite summer alts, and you know, she runs Fury Renewal as well. Harmonic Lance and Moonbow, because Harmonic, I mean, obviously it boosts Moonbow's damage, right? If Robin hits you with a Moonbow, it's going to do a lot of damage. I feel like Summer Robin is one of the characters who can run pretty much any weapon, right? You can give her a Sling Lance, you know, an enemy phase lance, like a harmonic lance, like uppercuts lance, any of those kind of lances, and she'll be great. You know, she has such a good stat line. I really like Summer Robin, but yeah, she only has 40 HP, which is not a lot, and she has Fury, so, you know, her stats are good, but, you know, at the cost of me using my seals, so, yeah, I like Summer Robin, and, you got Brave Lucina, who is, wow, she is so old, right? But the Refine makes her really good. She's great for support. C-Skill, Seal, and Aether, and her weapon. The Refine is awesome. Her Refine gives Corrin, my plus 10 Corrin, such more potential than, you know, just being bad. Harden is... unit can counterattack, so he's got a distant counter weapon. One of my first, like, I didn't get Hector, so using him as a blue armored unit was kind of like the way I had to go. He had Bold Fighter, and he's got like good stats too, but you know, he's outdated because he's an armored unit. And Hector is just completely better. Hector has Ashtian Counter and Maltet. Maltet is an awesome weapon, and ever since I got Brave Hector, he's pretty good, and I use him in Aether raids because of, you know, Maltet and Bold Fighter. Hector is pretty good in Aether raids, so yeah. Winter Ephraim, not much to talk about. I didn't get anyone from the banner that he was on, so I ended up getting Ephraim because I got, you know, such a high percentage, and yeah, he's got good stats, I guess, like, you know, a sling weapon and being by himself, you know, gives him a lot of attack. He's got a great attack stat, but he's also, you know, limited to one movement, so yeah. Leg Yarn was the Tempest Trials unit. Dimitri is fodder because he's minus attack. Katria has no skills, but, you know, maybe one day she's pretty good. She has a decent refine, I think. Tana is minus attack, but that was way back in the day. So she's got Hit and Run and Vidofnir. She's cool. I always liked her design, so I like her artwork, so yeah. Go Sacred Stones. Sigrun, she was a TT unit, I think. Nyla is good because, well, she has Null Sea Disrupted. That's just a broken skill. She has Glare, which is awesome. Her Wolf Queen Fang is a good weapon. Plus attack nature makes Nyla pretty dang good. So yeah, I like Nyla a lot. I obviously give her plus speed. And yeah, Nyla is just a beast because she deals so much damage with Wolf Queen Fang and Moonbow that she can deal so much damage, and I really like that. And she's, you know, distant counter fodder if I ever want to do that. Pan has the Cavalier effective weapon and Astra, but that's like, you know, if you want to play, you know, one of those old game modes. And Fury gives her just, you know, more speed, more attack, because Pain needs more attack.
Did you have need of me?
And yeah, I think I like Pan, but the Tag Wool are, you know, well, Tag Wool at least have 3 movement, which I think is good. And here's my next plus 10 unit is Naysala, who has got his Raven King weapon, the Swift Sparrow 3, Desperation, Gale Force. Pretty simple build, but hey, if it's not broken, don't fix it, right? And I really like using Naysala, so yeah, he's got great movement too, because he has, like, you know, his weapon gives him 3 movement too, so I like Naysala a lot. Here's Ninian, this Corrin that is fodder, because minus speed, and my plus 10 Corrin, who recently got her refined. I run Deathblow, Vantage, and Rest Smoke, and Renewal, because, you know, can't always need HP. She's got great defense, so she usually takes little damage from sword units and lances. And then, you know, if she ever gets hit with, you know, a magical attack, she can usually survive, but she'll need to heal it. And Vantage, of course, lets her use her big attack stat to kill people. I might change this with Distant Counter, but I've been waiting on that day for, you know, a while now. So maybe I'll change it to Distant Counter, but we'll see. She gets killed by Thracier anyway, but hey, she can do pretty good damage now, so I'm pretty satisfied. But that's my plus 10 Corrin. She has been with me since, like, the beginning. Or from the beginning. So I always liked this female Corrin, and yep, I hope that you know, she gets better, but we'll see if we'll see about that Distant Counter. We got Naga, who I use for Aether raids pretty much. I don't really care much about her. We got Lilith, who does not have a special or a B slot, but
Corrin, even though I can't tell you the truth, I will always protect you.
I do like her weapon and her C skill. Right, her weapon is really awesome, and I just, seriously, you guys watched the video where I summoned for Lilith. I just love Lilith a lot. She's one of my favorite characters from Fates, so obviously I had to summon for her. We got Legendary Lucina, one of the most broken units from, like last year, 2 years ago. Yeah, everyone was really excited about Legendary Lucina because, you know, she was a colored bow, which didn't exist at the time. So yeah, that was big excitement, and she had future vision, which is still pretty good. Ylger, decent weapon. I use her for Tempest Trials, where, like, if she's the bonus unit, that's pretty much it. New Year's Alphonse, I still haven't made a video with him, but I did summon him eventually. So he's got Coast Counter, Special Spiral. It's his default set. Open the Future is awesome. I wish I could use it. I wish I could give it to other Alphonses, but I can't. So yeah, Open the Future is good. This weapon's good. He's got great stats. I just don't use him much. So yeah, and I think the artwork is just such a great. It's just so pretty. So yeah, I like that one. I like Duo Alphonse a lot. Here's a Land I Never Built. Here's Tail2, who does not have her Refine. Should give her Refine, though. Legendary Julia, who is fodder. And I think she is pretty,
Lord
too.
Seliph, my dear brother.
Look at that
He
artwork.
is the light that the people have longed for.
She's minus attack, though, so I'm probably going to fodder her off, but oh well. We have Ishtar, who has been with me for a long time.
Lord Julius, please forgive me.
Yeah, she's got Swift Sparrow. She has Mjolnir, which is awesome. I love Ishtar so much. But you know, it's just been a long time, you know, since I summoned her, and I have so many blue units. So obviously I don't use Ishtar much anymore. But yeah, she was awesome. Micaiah has great weapon effectiveness, and I pretty much run this tanking build, like this enemy phase Micaiah, because she's got quick repost and a large res stat, so yeah, she can just kill things that are, you know, armored or cav, and that's pretty much it. Here's the Reinhardt I used for Phoenix Master Guides, Phoenix Master 1, and then here's my plus 10 Reinhardt with Deathblow 4, Deathblow 3, and plus Attack IV, which I finally got. So yeah, I got Swordbreaker and Lancebreaker, so yeah, plus 10 Reinhardt has actually been doing so well, because look at that, SP and HM. I use Reinhardt a lot now.
My sister went her way.
I
went mine.
And Reinhardt is just always a really good unit. If you have the opportunity to build a plus 10 Reinhardt, I'd say do it. Summer Legyarn just recently got a rerun this year, and that's when I got plus Attack IV. Her weapon is like opposite Forseti, or it just is Forseti. It just is Forseti. It's blue Forseti. And pretty good, and I really like Legyarn's art, so yep, not at all sad about getting her, because I just need to use her more, that's all. I liked Legyarn a lot. We got dancers. You guys know how
When
Peony,
mortal children grow up,
you guys know how Peony and El Azura work. I use El Azura all the time in a lot of battles, in a lot of game modes. El Azura and Peony are just really good dancers. I'd recommend all of them. I recommend them for sure. And here's 5-star Anna, who basically gets the short end of the stick. I never really got to upgrade her Refine or Weapon, and that's, you know, she doesn't really get any special skills, because I have so many good X's and stuff, it doesn't matter. We got, Fodder. I know, I think he's good, because his stat spread's pretty good. As an axe unit, he's pretty good, but he's fodder for me. We got Bike, who's one of the best. Brave Ike has been really good since he got his refine, and Steady Breath makes him pretty good. So Brave Ike is pretty good. I depend on him sometimes. Edelgard is awesome. I got plus attack IV. Victorious Axe makes her pretty good. She's got nothing here because I didn't know what to do. Like, run it. Do I run the Gale Force build, the Death Blow build? Like, should I just run attack defense solo? I don't know. And I just never know what to. You know, Edelgard had such a weird playstyle that it just didn't fit me. But I liked Edelgard though, so that's cool. Really glad I got Edelgard. We got Annette. I use Annette a lot because of her weapon. Her weapon's pretty good. She's got great attack, and yeah, I really like using Annette a lot because one of the best Blue Lions characters. So really glad that I got Annette. I just need to give her more skills because I don't use her skills much. Legendary Hector has distant counter. He's got 60 attack, so he's very cool legendary hero. Just need to, you know, actually, you know, I don't use legendary Hector much anymore, but we got one that I do use a lot is Brave Ephraim. Brave Ephraim has special fighter. Because he has special fighter, it allowed Brave Ephraim to be a really good unit, and then Garm is such a good ability too. So I really like Brave Ephraim. I use him a lot in Aether raids, and then he was just a really powerful unit. And then I got another merge for him. So yeah, Brave Ephraim is one of my favorite axe units, and I use him a lot. I use Minerva for guides. Then I use Caden all the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. In teams where it is necessary, because, you know, if you give him a buff, he'll give it to the people around him. And I really like using Caden with Azura, and then, you know, and then we just kind of go with it, because, you know, he can support pretty well. He's got pivot and link skill. I really love Caden.
Tell me, am I cute? Beautiful? Oh, I want to hear you say it.
I like his design. Caden is one of my favorites from Fates, even though he's just kind of weak statistically. Objectively, he's not a very strong character in Fates, but I love his personality, and he's got a great design, so yeah, I love Caden. And then here's my plus 10 Faye, who was plus speed. I know, what? Plus speed? That's crazy. You should probably do plus defense. Oh well, we live in this world. I use distant counter Lightning Breath because Lightning Breath is pretty good. I'm kind of used to the 3-turn Moonbow anyway. I always wanted to get Steady Stance 4 for Faye. It's a lot of Fs. And then, yeah, because that would give her Guard and Renewal, because having Renewal I think is really important, and having Guard would be really good for my Faye. And, you know, it also makes her, you know, bulkier, because, you know, Steady Stance gives her about 40, 40 defense and like 40 res. It's pretty good to have on a character. So
Oh, yay! Pretty flower!
I like my plus 10 Faye, and I use Faye all the time, as evidenced by the 6,099.99. So I use Faye a lot. Grey Seer, very powerful mage. I'm very happy that I got her. Even plus defense minus res, she still kicks ass. Flashing Blade 4 and Eye Finger, pretty good. I really like Grey Seer. I just wish, you know, she actually had some relevancy in Book 3. But, yeah, she's very powerful in Aether raids, very popular unit. Everyone uses, you know, this Killing Intent and Eye Finger weapon because she's just strong, and it's very hard to beat Grey Seer in Aether raids unless you put up some countermeasures, I guess. El Celica is like the counterpart to Legendary Alm, and I am very glad that I got plus attack minus defense, because she is very good. She's a very good unit. Soulless Zofia and Saintly Seraphim are very good weapons, and come on, it's Legendary Celica, just like straight from Shadows of Valentia. She gets the this class right here, and yeah, Celica is pretty good. I like this ult, and it's very strong because of how easily she can kill enemies with that weapon. Dancer Azura, level 1, yeah, Inigo that I don't use much anymore, and then level 1 Deirdre, level 1 Julia, maybe fodder one day. Halloween La Rochelle has Fury, Swift Sparrow, Despo, very basic build, and I really like La Rochelle's design, and that's pretty much why I summoned for her, and then used her a little bit every now and then, but yeah, I just like La Rochelle.
Will you not don a costume? How disappointing. I had hoped to see you looking more festive.
Yeah, I like La Rochelle, so Halloween. So when she got an alt, I knew I had to get it. Okay. We got Picnic Leo, very bulky character. I would like to make him plus 10. I just don't have the resources, and I have Faye who does like the same job anyway. So yeah, Faye and Leo kind of do the same job. It's just that he's a Cavalier, which once again isn't even that good to be like a bulky character anyway. Here's this Nino, who's very good. People like this Nino. I never got this Nino for so long. She just never came, but eventually I got this. I got this Nino, and she's a strong unit. Her big stats are attack and speed. She kills things. You point her at something and they die, and then that's how Nino goes. And Nino's cute, so how can you say that, right? Nino's great. Micaiah has this is Brave Micaiah, not just Micaiah, it's Brave Micaiah, who's got Yune's Whisper and Light of Dawn. I like Brave Micaiah, but I pretty much use her for guides. I don't really use her that much. I'm sure she is a good unit, but I pretty much use her just for guides whenever I actually need to use her. And then Yoon, the counterpart to Brave Micaiah, is the mythic unit. She's got Chaos Manifest and Chaos Named. These are great skills that make Yune a very powerful threat, because yeah, she has a massive attack stat and a massive res, big 40 res bomb, and yeah, if she ever doubles you, you might get hit with a lot of attacks. So yeah, that's kind of like the idea. I really like Yoon, so I wanted to take advantage of Yoon's res and attack, and yeah, I got Mystic Boost, I got Death Blow. I wanted to give her Death Blow 4. I thought about it on and off. Eventually I never did, but yeah, I really like this this Yoon. Mythic Yoon is in my Aether raids because of Dark, and I really like to use Chaos Manifest and that on my Aether raids. Here's Valoria, who's Keaton's daughter. She's a good support unit. I just have plus attack minus speed, so I don't really use her that often. So I've only used her like 75 times apparently, like under 100. Leanne is a dancer. I use her with Naysala, sometimes Beast Emblem. Run her with Beast Emblem, and then she does her job as a dancer. We got Fallen Female Corrin, very strong character. Savage Breath is a great weapon. Yep, A skill. She's strong, but I think the female version, because she's colorless, and the male version is blue, so I think this one might be better, but it's a whole debate. So yeah, Savage Breath is a good skill, and then I sometimes use female Corrin just because she's Corrin, and then she's pretty strong. And we got Legendary Robin, Distant Counter Weapon, Dragon Skin. She's really old since I started playing this game, but well, it took me a while to actually summon for her, because she didn't appear until like a year and a half ago, and ever since then, I kind of just use these A and C slot, and then yeah, kind of just run her in Aether raids for the most part. Legendary Alm is a great archer. Come on, like, if you told me what the best archer is, it's Legendary Alm. Because Legendary Alm has the Luna Arc weapon and Lunar Flash. Makes him very strong. He's got null follow-up. Kind of ruins all your vengeful fighters. It ruins your special fighter. Does it ruin special fighter? I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I got really lucky with Alm because he's plus attack, and then I got another merge. So yeah, a merged up Alm who scores pretty well in Arena and is just one of the best units in the game. We've got Klein, who's got a great Brave Bow Refine. He was famous for having a high speed stat, but having a Brave Bow weapon. And having 8 might was like a big deal, because Brave weapons had to have like 7 might. But when this came out, it was like, oh man, this weapon has 8 might? Oh my god. And then, yeah, it's got Chill Defense. We run Death Blow 3, Desperation, and Savage Blow. That allows him to kill things easily with his measly 46 attack. But, you know, I'm sure he's got support on the team. Klein's always good. I always wanted to make him plus 10. I just need Klein merges and a bunch of stuff. And plus attack might be better than speed. I'm sure a lot of people think so. I just thought running plus speed IV would allow him to quad, because quadding is so much better than, you know, ×2. But that's my opinion. But I mean, things have changed. Things have changed in the meta over the years. So yeah, we got Takumi from the beginning, or whatever. He runs that set, which is close counter, attack, smoke, and sword breaker. We've got Faye, who is fodder because she is minus attack.
The day of devotion is the perfect time for me to let out my true feelings.
Yeah, I just think she's got a pretty good artwork, and then I'm probably gonna fodder her off for Death Blow 4 and Armor Mach. Death Blow 4 and Bold Fighter, maybe. We got Brave Lynn, who is just one of the strongest units. I mean, I say that with perspective because, you know, back in 2017, back in 2018, that was true. Sakei's Blessing and Molikir were very strong weapons, but Brave Lynn is just Brave Lynn nowadays, and she's a, you know, bow cav unit, and kind of like just really good character. Yep. Plus attack and minus speed. I don't use Lynn much anymore, but she was and always will be a decent unit. Louise is a TT unit. That's pretty much it. I got Ralph, who you know, would use Candle Wax Bow, Fury, and Desperation, because yeah, he's just a ball of stats, and I think he's, you know, he's all right. We got my Felicia with the plus attack IV, Felicia's Plate, Fury, and Escape Route. I use Escape Route because when she takes enough damage, she'll be in the Escape Route range and then just fly around the map. But that would be in the game mode that is going on right now. Grand Conquest, yeah. When in Grand Conquest, Felicia really gets to use Escape Route and go around the map. See, we have Mythic Air, who is always good in the guides and just general combat, because, yeah, as a dagger unit, Air is really good. You know, she's colorless, which is awesome, and then Air has a good weapon. Iceberg does a lot of damage, and then I run Swiss Sparrow. But most of the time, I follow Phoenix Master 1's guides anyway, so yeah, that's how those go. Ginny used to be good. Plus attack, you know, famous for having a lot of attack, and that's pretty much it on Ginny. I don't use Ginny I don't use many healers. Let me just get this straight. I don't use many healers anymore, but I do use Brave Veronica, because Brave Veronica has this weapon and Wrathful Staff. She's one of the best supporting units in the game because her weapon debuffs the enemies and upgrades and buffs us, the players.
Don't treat me like a child. What do you want?
So I really like Brave Veronica. I use Brave Veronica sometimes. I don't use healers a lot, but if I do, it's Brave Veronica. Makes sense? Okay. Ethlyn was a TT reward, so I used Ethlyn a little bit. Elise I summoned with plus attack. Not a big fan of her. I don't use her much, or at all. And then we got Halloween Mia, who has the weapon that's really good. It stops specials, and I just think Halloween Mia has great artwork. So, yeah, Halloween Mia is pretty hot. I mean, pretty cool. We got Sakura, who I think has better artwork than her default. Like, this alt is better than her default art. So yeah, I just kind of like Grand Scratcher, Fire Flood, Wrathful Staff. She has no A slot, but that's fine, right? I don't use Sakura much, and I just got her because I like Fates, and I'm a Fates guy, so yeah, a Fates alt, and like I just gotta get Sakura because she's cute. We got Brave Camilla because I didn't get Brave Camilla, but then I did sometime later, and she was minus attack, and I was just like, oh no. But yeah, maybe I will. I plan to fodder her off, but she's pretty good because she has a good attack stat, and attack speed push is a great skill. Her weapon's pretty good, and that is, you know, kind of the case of it. I don't use many healers, but when I do, it's one of these two. And yeah, that's all the 5 stars in my current barracks. Hopefully we get something cool in Choose Your Legends 4, and yeah, I'm really excited for Choose Your Legends 4. It's just that I haven't been able to play a lot of Fire Emblem Heroes, like, character-wise. I've been working on my plus 10 Reinhardt and plus 10 Corrin for, like, a little bit now, and I plan on making a plus 10 Elliewood or Itsuki, but, you know, I need feathers and resources to, you know, give them the right skills and make them unique, not just a replica of my Corrin. So yeah, that is all of the 5 stars that I have in my barracks. I know this was a really long video, and I'm really glad that you sat through this long explanation. And yeah, tell me some of your favorite characters. I really like, you know, some of those characters. Like I like the Fates characters. As a generalization, I like Corrin and Keaton and Corrin, female Corrin, and Felicia and you know, lots of the Fates units and 3 houses. I'm really excited for Choose Your Legends 4, so I like 3 houses. Really happy when Annette and Sylvain and Ingrid got alts and stuff and got into the game. So yeah, tell us what you guys thought. Did you guys enjoy just a general me talking video about the game and whatnot? And yeah, it's been a long video, so I really appreciate you guys sitting through this. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you enjoyed, hit the like button down below and subscribe to get all the videos that I make and get notified for when they go up. Hit that bell. And thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day. Thanks. Peace out, guys.
Life beyond the shore, just out of reach. Yet the waters ever change.